Destination Mark.
Hey guys, how's it going? Marcelo here. I had the amazing chance to play Crash Team Rumble at Activision's HQ, and it was 3 hours of non-stop intensity. The game was incredibly fun, so what I want to do today is talk a bit about how my experience was with the game, give you guys some tips on what to expect, and just give my overall honest opinion. Oh, and if you wanted to see more of my personal gameplay, then this is the video for you. Because what I'm showing you right now are clips from other matches I played that I won't be uploading the full videos of. We got that much footage. With all that said, let's begin. In this build, we got to choose between Crash and Tawna as scorers, Dingodile as the blocker, and Coco and Cortex as boosters. The first thing you'll need to know is that most, if not all of the characters' movesets have been tweaked. For example, instead of sliding with Circle as Crash, you'll have to use R2. Coco can't slide at all, and instead drops a quantum wall behind her. We saw this in the very first trailer. There are some things you'll need to unlearn from Crash 4 when getting into Rumble. The gameplay is frantic. Even though the speed looks quite casual, and you're not exactly zipping around the stage at high speeds, the intensity comes from the encounters with your opponents. You'll be smacking them around, trying to deplete their health to zero and get rid of their Wumpa fruits and relics. Now the biggest thing everyone was confused about was the classes. I listed off which characters were in those classes, but let's look at them one by one and break them down. Scorers can help collect relics and activate gem pads, but your main priority is to hoard as many Wumpa fruit as you can. Grab as much as you can carry, take it to your base, stand inside it till the meter fills up, and presto, you've cashed in all your Wumpa. Keep doing this while fending off the opposing team, help your team out with your power-ups, which I'll explain in a bit, and mark to be the first ones to cash in 2,000 fruits. Dingo's the only blocker, and man did our opposing team love to bully us with him. As a blocker, your goal is to prevent your opponents from scoring and help to defend your own bank. Dingo's a powerhouse, and combined with either the Health Fridge or the Gasmoxian Guard, he's pretty hard to get past. I myself didn't do so hot with him, since a well-coordinated team can take a blocker down pretty easily, and Dingo's speed is about the same as it was in Crash 4, so I only played him once or twice. And last but not least, the booster's objective is to help secure gem pads, collect and deposit relics to open up weapons, and generally help the team out. They collect the least amount of Wumpa, capping out at 90, but don't let that stop you. Everyone can do these jobs, but the most equipped for each one should take them on primarily. Meanwhile, everyone needs to be dropping by their bank to deposit as much Wumpa as they can. Your power-ups will also help immensely. You've got the Egapis plant, which will spit acid and be a general nuisance, the healing fridge, which you can use to heal yourself and your team when in the toughest of skirmishes, the Gasmoxian Guard, which seems to be busted as hell. He's huge, can defend himself with his electric shield, can be placed on banks and pads, and takes at least 2 teammates to swiftly and effectively defeat, and the Wumpa Stash, which when used automatically gives you Wumpa to go cash in, but you gotta stay alive long enough to be able to use it. From all this, you can now hopefully understand how the game works. It's not dissimilar to games such as, for example, Rayman Arena or Splatoon Salmon Run, but mixes that kind of gameplay with some good old Crash platforming and brawling to make something truly one of a kind. The game is also very communicative. We weren't the most talkative team, but we tried calling out where and when we needed someone to help with something. You certainly can still play this online and not talk to your team, but if you're in a private match with friends, you'll most definitely want to strategize, construct a good team with a blend of each class, and talk to each other to coordinate ambushes, extra bank captures, secure relic stations, and more. And the most exciting part of the game is when both teams are so close to hitting that 2K. More times than not, both we and our opponents were mere hundreds or tens of fruits away from victory. And it suddenly becomes a mosh pit of yelling, sabotaging, hustling to grab as many fruits as possible. It gets crazy incredibly fast. And that's the overall beauty of the mere snippet we played of Crash Team Rumble. What we have is a multiplayer Crash game that, no, isn't taking from Crash Bash, no, isn't a rehash of anything the series has done before. No, is not a Crash grab that's gonna die in 12 months, but is a high-octane experience that blends different competitive elements from other modern games and molds it into something that's unique overall, but still fits in line with what the franchise has established itself to be. Wacky, frantic, and fun. I, for one, had an absolute blast with the game, and cannot wait to see and play more. Once again, a gigantic thank you to Activision and Toys for Bob for inviting me out to the event, and I'll get ready to rumble with you guys when the beta comes. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date on Crash Team Rumble, or take a look at my other content, be sure to subscribe and ring-a-ding-ding that bell, and I'll see you next time. Until then, I'm Mark, and take care.